Welcome everyone to God's Way YTVY. I'm your host for this evening. Wow, I couldn't even say it. Thomas Knights Templar, and this is my co-host sitting in for Aldefina Shepherd. Sis, as you more probably know her, tell them who you are.
I'm Mary Silvernail, and I'm filling in for Adolfina, and I really appreciate the fact that Tommy and Adolfina asked me to co-host tonight. I absolutely love this show. I'm the host of Astrology, Angels, and More at CTV, and I'm a professional astrologer and a hypnotist and a lot of other stuff. So I'm sure you've seen me before.
Yes,
I'm sure you've seen me before as a guest on God's Way YTVY, and also the host of my show and other shows.
Tell her what you're going to be doing tonight.
Spiritual exploration. I've been a guest too. What we're going to be talking about tonight is the astrological influences of 2023. And I am going to be talking about each individual sign briefly. So I think that it might be a really good idea.
Paper and pencil. And
if you
notes.
get notes, okay?
Or DVR it, and you'll have the show.
Right, that's right. So anyway, and then we're going to be doing a lot more tonight too, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Brian, if we could start out with the Mercury retrogrades. Tommy hates Mercury retrogrades. Anyway, if you could put that up. Those are the dates if you would like to jot them down. We just came out of the first Mercury retrograde for the year of 2023. It ended on the 18th, and this show is being recorded on January the 20th. Now, we're not going to have another one until April 21st to May 14th. Oh my birthday is in between there. I just realized
I know. I was looking at that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And then we'll be having another one.
You won't get no presents until after the 14th.
Why did you say that?
What?
I hope that doesn't happen to me.
All right.
Oh.
I'll post it. Okay.
Brian, thank you. Then the next one isn't until August 23rd to September 15th. And then, of course, we're going to wind up the year 2023 with a Mercury retrograde from December 13th to January the 1st. And then it'll be going direct on January the 1st, 2024. It's going to be a hell of a new year. Yes, it is going to be. But, the whole thing with Mercury retrogrades is that if you really convince yourself that something bad is going to occur, mm-hmm. or, like maybe dropping what
you're doing actually when you do that is you're reinforcing the negative thought, and you're going to empower it, it's going to happen.
No, seriously.
The famous sandwich incident here at CTV.
Well, yes.
I won't talk about that because somebody will have to.
And the cupcakes.
And the cupcakes, yeah.
$100 worth
of cupcakes right on the floor. Okay.
So that's why Tommy doesn't like Mercury retrograde. However, what Mercury retrograde can do, it can actually be your friend. Because when Mercury is retrograde, that is the period of time for you to prepare for the next thing that you would like to accomplish. It's a time of preparation. But of course, it's always good not to, it's really...
do anything vital.
Yeah. Okay. And you have to watch what comes out of your mouth.
It's preparation
during Mercury retrograde.
More like
There's
preparation
people in the audience that are just cracking up here. These two beautiful ladies are cracking up. Okay.
No further ado, do this thing.
Because
get through the retrograde part.
No, but you want to get past the Mercury retrograde?
Start where you got to start.
Okay. But anyway, so what I'm saying though, it only lasts for a few weeks. Now, one thing I want to call to your attention: if you are a Gemini or if you are a Virgo, those two sun signs or rising signs are ruled by the planet Mercury. And so you have to realize when Mercury is retrograde even more so than others. But this is not to make you paranoid at all. It just means that you double check things. That's all it is. And, during that period of time, just, if you're going to sign a major contract, just really make sure you read it over and things like that. Not a good time to buy a car or a major appliance or something like that. Or even to, if you're taking a trip, take the trip, but realize you're going to probably have a delay or something like that. That's all.
Gee, that was so cheery. I mean, really, can you paint a better picture than that?
Yes, I actually can. Because Mercury retrograde, what it does is, it really does afford people the ability to prepare really well. Kind of like, when I had been in the middle of that project in my business, and during Mercury retrograde, everything seemed to be delayed, but now Mercury went direct, and I was sharing with you how now everything is moving forward at a beautiful, rapid pace. If you didn't have that Mercury retrograde, you wouldn't have been able to find out the kinks, okay? And fix them.
And you wouldn't have been able to complain off the hook. That's the party part of it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Get to this.
Get to the next part, right?
Next
All
part.
right. So now the next part that we're going to be talking about are the lunar and solar eclipses. So Brian, if you could put up those dates, and I really suggest very strongly that the audience write down these dates. They're quite important. Did you? There. No, not that, Brian. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. No. It has the dates of the eclipses. There it is. 2023 lunar and solar eclipses. So now, the first one that's coming up is actually going to be quite powerful, and it is a total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries on April 20th. Now, Aries and Libras, I want you to realize something. This is quite important. So if you're when I say the sun sign, I'm also talking about the rising sign because it affects both. The effects of this particular solar eclipse are going to last through March 29th, 2025. This is very powerful. Yes, extremely powerful.
A 2-year eclipse?
No, it's not the effects of it.
Oh, the effects.
Yeah,
okay.
Eclipses can last for a few years sometimes, a couple of years.
Could be very dark
or a
on the
year
land.
Or whatever. But, I mean, because it creates major... No.
You just got that one, huh? Didn't you?
No.
Go ahead.
Anyway, but what that has to do with, as far as all of us, is the qualities of courage and independence and self-assertion and taking action and anything new and innovative, because we're especially dealing with that beautiful, powerful Aries energy that has to do with the new beginnings. The next eclipse is a lunar eclipse, and that is on May 5th in the sign of Scorpio. Now, the eclipse, even if it doesn't happen right in your area of the world, it affects the entire world, okay? And this one is all about awakenings, secrets exposed. Big deal, okay? That's a big deal. I'm serious about that, right? And Brian, if you could come back to us for a moment. Yeah, Tommy, in reference to the secrets exposed. Look what's going on right now.
Well, everything's coming to light. Everything's coming to the head.
Yeah, everything is coming to light. And you're going to see by the time we hit May, oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot more information will have surfaced. And then we have the next one, which is the solar eclipse on October the 14th. Can you put it back up again, Bri? Thank you. Okay, that's on October 14th. That's a very powerful one. And now that's a real nice one. That has a lot to do with love and romance in your life. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. People could end up getting married around that period of time.
Yikes.
Well, they could. Okay, but they can fall in love, and that kind of falling in love can last a lifetime, especially under the influence of an eclipse.
Save yourself the heartache and watch Hallmark. Everybody falls in love in 90 minutes. This way you don't have to get that involved.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness. I got to tell you, I had a client actually recently tell me in an astrological reading that I was doing, she said, I'm just going to keep watching Hallmark until it happens. I'm not going to stop watching Hallmark until it happens.
I've been watching it about 10 years.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. No, it was funny that you said that because she just said that to me.
Next.
And, okay, October 28th, it's a lunar eclipse in Taurus, and that's everything about your finances. And you're going to be hit with reality regarding your finances. So make sure building up until that time, if you could put it back up again, Brian, in case anybody wants to write it down. And this is the eclipse that's going to start putting things in the right direction. And we're talking about world over, and there's going to be a very strong focus on nature, on Mother Nature, and holistic ways of doing things. Okay, thank you, Brian.
We have another one of those?
Yeah, well, there's another one that you could put up, which is the Great American Eclipse. I just wanted to show a couple of things there. Okay, see these eclipses? Now, remember what you're looking at here, because what you're looking at, see the dates, 2023 and 2024. And Tommy, on your show here, if you recall, we had another one of the eclipses that was 2017, that one, okay? So this is why all these major changes have been happening in the United States. You see the path?
With the path where they cross, that looks to be like Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah.
Is that significant for anyone?
Yeah, absolutely, where it crosses. If, Brian, could you put up the one that I also gave you from 2017? It was the last shot that I had sent you. No, keep going. Keep going. Nope. Okay.
I don't have it.
It's the last picture I sent you today, Brian.
She sent it to you today.
Don't worry about it. But anyway, it's that same path. He has it. Oh, good. See? Okay. We're looking at the monitors, waiting for it to come up. Because this is the one, actually, that he's going to put up, Tommy, that was shown on your show before.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you...
Keep talking.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to. If you recall, August 2017... everybody was looking to see the eclipse. So everybody remembers that, especially in the New York area. And from there, then, we were going to have another eclipse that was coming in 2024. Well, now, in between this, we have this one that has been happening for 2023. All these eclipses have everything to do with what has been happening in the world, the major changes that has happened in the United States, because that's what eclipses bring. Big, 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 huge changes. You know, I mean, sometimes it can be indications of something extremely negative, but usually then when the path goes back the other way, that's why I want to show you the crisscross, then it's all the good part. And then there's one other thing that I wanted to mention, which is important, and then we'll get to the horoscopes. The planet Pluto is going into the sign of Aquarius out of Capricorn. And thank God that it is, because it has been there for like 20 years. And once it goes into Aquarius, which is actually when it will be permanently there, will be permanently, where it isn't going retrograde, is January 21st, 2024. But it begins its transit into Aquarius actually March 23rd, 2023. But for this year, it's going to go back and forth. It's going to have a retrograde, and then it's going to go direct. This is very important because it means massive transformations that have happened as we've dealt with. But, what? Okay. Oh, there it is. See what I was talking about before?
Yeah.
Okay, remember we showed that on your show before?
Yeah, but it seems to have moved further south now.
Yeah, and
And
so
west.
now the next one, 23 and 24, looks different.
Yeah.
So this is, I hope that people did DVR this, because that's really good idea, Tommy, because, or they could also watch your show on YouTube, right? Okay, because these are very pertinent dates for the United States. Realizing that, especially with what I was talking about Pluto, Aquarius is going to, okay, you can take it off now, Brian, thank you. With Pluto, the major planet Pluto moving into Aquarius, this is all new innovation. Whereas before it was like really knocking everything down. So now we're really more into the rebirth part of things having to do with Pluto, which is all really great stuff. So I want to move along here for the sake of time, and I would like to first talk about Aries. And do we have any Aries in the audience tonight?
Listen to that thundering applause.
Yeah, really? Okay. So, well,
Any Aries back
anybody
there?
who's, huh?
Any Aries back there?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So that's okay. But all you Aries at home, this could actually be a year where any hope and faith that you have had could actually turn into reality, making dreams come true. It's really beautiful. And it's also the year, 2023, Aries, of releasing any painful memories from before. That's very important. And romance can especially excel in the first half of the year, because Venus is going to be very strong in your stars. Now, the sign Taurus, your decisions are actually very pertinent this year, all your decisions. So don't make any hasty decisions. Whatever decisions you're making this year, you're going to end up living with for a very, very, very long time. Now, let me see what else. Your health looks really good this year, and anything to do with your career, you could have a lot of travel, career travel coming up this year, Taurus. Especially the second half of the year. But what I'm looking at here, when I was looking at Taurus's chart, which I'm happy to say I'm a Taurus, so I was pretty happy about this, there's a lot of abundance in your life and success in love and success in career and financially. So, I mean, I'm real happy about that. Okay, any Tauruses? Nope.
No Tauruses out there?
Okay, I don't know. Okay, Geminis, 2023 will become your dream year. Oh, when I told my friend that's a Gemini this, she was thrilled, especially regarding love. If you're looking for love, this is your year. Okay, now, and also, you had some losses, Gemini, in reference to your finances last year. This year, you're going to be making it back, but just tread carefully with that. And professional success because of Saturn's placement in your stars. One thing I wanted to mention to Geminis for this year especially, any digestive system related troubles, you must deal with that immediately. Okay, this year. Okay, because there's some not nice aspects regarding that. Cancer. Okay, the sign Cancer. Oh, we have a 1, 2, 3. Two cancers, okay. Have faith in yourself, Cancer, because ultimately this is the year that you succeed. Stay away. Now, this is a big thing, okay? This big thing for Cancer that you need to realize. Stay away from negative people. When I had written my column about this, it was something that stood out like a sore thumb in reference to Cancerians. Don't allow them to drag you down with them.
Because they will. What's the matter?
Your rising sign.
I know it's my rising sign.
Yeah, it hit me. Okay.
Oh, I have a rising sign.
So some
One day
lingering
I'll have
issues.
a rising star.
Some lingering issues from the past may cause some emotional discord, but it'll all be resolved. Okay,
I don't look
by
at me
the
like you
second
scared me.
quarter of 2020, it just hit me.
I know, but you
Okay,
stopped. You looked at
I
me
was
like this. I
oh
said,
my God, I'm
"What?"
talking to you. Okay. Okay, stop overthinking, because at the end of this year, abundance and success will be yours. But, you know, it's really important not to allow any negative people to pull you down. Yeah. So, because, you know, Cancerians are very emotional, very nurturing people. And sometimes others take advantage of that, and that's a shame, but it's the truth. Now, Leo, lucky Leo. Okay. So you notice, Leo, any Leos? Nope. Okay. So, Ascendant. Okay, thank you. If you notice, like, what you were dealing with last year, as soon as January hit, and as soon as these planets now, they're all going direct here, because we had 3 planets retrograde, things are really starting to move. Things are starting to get much better. 2022 was a little bit difficult, and I realize that. But love is plentiful in your stars this year, especially the month of March, okay? And actually, I mean, you could really fall into a very strong, passionate love. But no concerns regarding health this year, but keep stress to a minimum. Very important for all you Leos out there. You know, Leo is ruled by the heart. Very loving, giving people, but stress can really literally attack the well-being of their heart. Virgo, any Virgos? I don't know, I can't see there. Okay, this year you must pay close attention to relationships and finances, and stop avoiding, Virgos, stop avoiding, stop trying to come to conclusions by not listening to what the other person is saying to you. But love also, you know, this is the year of love. I got to tell you, 2023, you know, it's a 7 in numerology. And even just the fact that the 2-3, that's equal to a 5, those vibrations are really excellent. Patience is extremely important for you Virgos this year. And it is not the best time for business expansion, Virgo. So if you were considering that, not the best time. Let's see. One of the things that I would like to suggest to all the Virgos is get back to any of those childish things that you really used to enjoy. And, you know, try to utilize that.
Get back to it?
Yeah, get back to childish things.
Okay.
Because all these Virgos, they're all so serious, you know, and they work diligently, but they've kind of like, a lot of Virgos have lost the joy in life. And you need to remember what you used to like to do when you were a little kid, you know, and get back to doing it. Get back to, just have some fun, you know. So anyway, Libra, balance is the key to your calmness. Libras.
Isn't it Libra the scales?
Yeah.
So shouldn't balance be the key anyway?
Of course it is.
Oh, Libra.
Balance is everything to Libras because it's very hard for Libras to stay balanced. You know, hard for Libras to make up their minds about things. Investments earn for you, especially the last 2 months of 2023, especially those last 2 months. And so although there's aspects of Saturn that may test you every step of the way in 2023, it's very favorable for anything to do with education opportunities, and professionally, you really shine this year, Libra. You really do. Libras are beautiful people, absolutely beautiful people. Mercury will shine a brilliant light and really enhance all your communication skills. And this would be a great time, all communication skills, so you're writing too. It would be a great time to write that book that you've had on the back burner. Okay, and actually, you know, remember I was saying before about wedding bells. You're going to end up seeing there's going to be a lot of weddings this year. Scorpio, we're almost done here, so we have a few more signs. Scorpio, Jupiter's transit through your stars will give you the opportunity to finally clarify some things in your mind. You know, you've been thinking really long and deep and hard, and now with Jupiter's transit, it's going to bring that clarification finally. Just be very aware and careful of your health, especially the last quarter of this year, the last 3 months of this year. But especially concerning anything to do with diabetes, digestive issues, or even emotional stress. So slow down and stop being that workaholic, Scorpio. It's really important that you realize that. And the first quarter could actually bring you some financial losses, but don't despair, because the second quarter brings the financial gains back. And oh, by the way, so if you get invited to a party or a friend of yours asks you to go out for the evening or something, go. Don't be hiding in your house, Scorpio, because that's how you're going to meet the love of your life this year. But you have to get out there, and it's probably where love is coming from is from a friend or a work associate. Okay, that's going to introduce you to someone. Sagittarius. Uh-oh. Sagittarius.
Who could that possibly be?
Sag. Okay, it's a year of exploration, change, and accomplishments, and taking a chance on something new. And let's see, what else do we have here? Career prospects grow, especially after March. Your hard work and diligence are paying off, but enjoy a vacation in April. April would be the best time for you to take a vacation.
Sure.
Well, you take vacations.
Me and the crew.
Yeah, you and the crew.
I don't get no rest in those.
Oh, well, you know, but I see you taking a vacation in April. That would be your best month.
You know what my vacation is? I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, I go out in my truck, there's my vacation. Quiet, my music, whatever I want to do within those four little confines of that wall, I am at peace until I come back. And did he pull me back in? I know it's from The Godfather.
Yeah, I was
going to
say, that sounds familiar, Tommy. Okay, so anyway, but this is the year you could fall in love, and Venus, the planet of love, has very strong energy in the stars.
Tell her.
Well, I'm talking to all Sagittarians, okay? All Sagittarians. And we'll move on to Capricorn. So, Capricorn, let people know exactly how you feel. Any Capricorns?
Any candy corns
rising?
out there?
Okay, rising. Okay, so it's actually the time to express yourself. Anything that you've been holding back, it's the time to express yourself. Anyway, let's see. Avoid getting influenced by people who act like your friends but don't truly care about you. Okay. Be aware that this is rooted in jealousy, and get out and network and make new contacts, make new friends this year, okay? Okay, you Capricorns, make new friends. But expect surprises in your love life. You want to know why? Here we go. An ex may be returning. That is very prominent in Capricorn stars. And X. Yeah, and you know how that goes. That can go good or that could go bad. So, it says that there's highs and lows this year.
Do you have a
you know.
Capricorn out there? We do?
Capricorn rising, right? Chris, she's
Huh?
Capricorn rising.
Okay.
Actually, I'm a Capricorn rising.
Are you?
Okay. Aquarius, finding solutions to the problems brought over
have
from
one.
2022. We already talked about that, right? What's
We
that?
have two.
Aquarius. Oh, wow. Okay. I love Aquarians. Oh, okay. So, lucky Jupiter helps you out in the second quarter. Your ability to manifest your ideal love is at an all-time high for you this year, Aquarius. You know why? Because, as I mentioned before, after March 23rd, Pluto's going into Aquarius. Okay? So your
Isn't Pluto the wrecking
sun...
ball?
Huh?
Isn't it the wrecking ball, Pluto?
Yeah, but it's also rebirth. It builds everything back up.
All right.
That Pluto, but it's going to be in Aquarius. That's why I was so happy talking about how Pluto's going to be moving into Aquarius. Aren't I right, ladies, about Pluto moving into Aquarius? Those two ladies know there. And they know how important that is for it to be out of Capricorn. Oh, my goodness. Okay, but it's going to be in your sign, so a lot of big changes for Aquarians. And it's very good for investments this year. And let's see, a positive job change can come for you. And let me see, what else do I have here? Be sure to, of course, address any recurring ailments. And learn something new this year. This is the year for you to learn something new. This is the last sign, Tommy. Pisces. There it is. New year, new you. Any Pisces? Any Pisces?
Anybody?
Okay. Well, this is your year of overcoming difficulties. You need to make others understand what your capabilities are. And money will flow more than it ever has before, having you take a strong look at how you want your life to be. Okay, your love life will be flourishing after March and really be enhanced in July, okay? Your stress levels have been dropping this year. Yeah, because last year was really hard and the year before that for Pisces especially. But what's really going to be good for Pisces this year is after the full moon in Pisces, August 30th, and this will put all that hard work on that project behind you. Okay, I'm done with the forecasts.
Okay. Next.
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Did I take too long? I hope not.
It didn't take too long. It took a while.
Okay. Well, it's hard, to go
Okay.
through it that
Any
quick.
of our audience would like to ask a question about the different months and the forecast here? Is the microphone come
Or
right up?
anything astrological. Anything. Anything
Oh, don't
about
everybody
your
stand at one
sign.
time. Come on, get some volunteer up
Oh.
here. Jeez.
Surprised at you girls.
So, Mary, you mentioned earlier that you were going to talk about angels tonight also?
Yes, we are.
Is there any link between the astrological
Open to
signs?
the mic.
Is there any link between the astrological signs and angels?
There can be. There can be. And it all depends on your school of thought, Bobby. Thank you so much for asking that question.
Well,
Yeah.
the other question I would have as a piggyback to that is, where would someone interested in learning more about the angels, where would they go, or what would be a good source for them to learn a little bit more about angels?
Well, there's wonderful angel books
Oh, yeah.
out there and a lot of really good YouTube videos and podcasts and things.
Christina Arache. Look
Well,
up that name. She's
I
very good.
wanted to give a name too, but I didn't know we could.
Well, you're just going to look on YouTube. It's going to look it up himself.
Oh, okay. So what was the name, Tom?
Christina Arache.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another name, but if you go back and look at her information from before, the number one angel lady that had been, but now, since then, she stopped writing books on angels. Doreen Virtue.
Yeah, Virtue, yeah.
Doreen Virtue. I'm not allowed to say the name of the book, though, right?
No.
Okay, so I won't say
Anything
that.
Doreen Virtue.
But anything Doreen Virtue is really, really good on angels. But since then, she has retired from writing on angels, and she writes on other subjects. So there.
There you go.
Okay. And of course,
anyone else out there?
I could also say something else. You could also watch my show, Astrology, Angels, and More, that Tommy is a guest on many times because he loves angels so much too, and I love interviewing him about that.
Okay, well, now that we're on the angels subject, you see that we have an array of angels here. Why don't you tell them about these guys?
Oh, why don't I? Okay,
And
well, this is...
What they mean to this particular season. This is starting the season of love.
Well,
Well,
Archangel Shamuel.
Shamuel.
Shamuel is right over here in the pink, and that is the color of Archangel Shamuel. Shamuel comes on a beautiful pink mist or a pink light, and many times appears that way, and is the angel of love. Absolutely. So if you're looking for love, it's nice to say a nice prayer to Archangel Shamuel.
Invite him to come to you. Invite him, ask him to come forward to you, to come to your energy. You may see him in form. Don't be alarmed because the archangels are very large.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere 16, 18 feet tall. All right, so don't be afraid of that if you see that. Sometimes they just come with their color, like Mary said, with the mist. I get it, like little sparkly. Ever watch the sun on the water? You see the little glimmers, look like little flashes?
Yeah.
I see their color doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see several of them, when I wake up and say, okay, I know they're there, and that's it. I go.
Or orbs, or if you smell roses,
Yes.
that's Archangel Shamuel. And one of the things that I suggest to create harmony and joy in your life, you can, and especially with someone who you're in love with, to enhance the romance. This doesn't mean that you're changing someone's will. This just means that you're bringing joy and harmony,
You're bringing those energies in.
the love is expanded by, you just imagine a big, beautiful pink mist surrounding both of you, okay? And within that pink mist, you'll end up, when you're surrounded by that, you'll end up smelling the aroma of roses. It's beautiful. And breathe in that pink mist. It goes straight to your heart chakra, fills up your heart with love. And that's how also to bring peace to a situation. Any situation, not necessarily romantic, okay? It could be any situation.
Family matter, something that needs, listen, I say it all the time. You got a problem with a sibling, a brother, a cousin, whatever, bury it. Get rid of it. Make amends. Be the bigger person. All right, surrounded in love, surrounded in the pink love of Archangel Shamuel. Call him in to help you. All right? Do not take that with you when you leave this earth. Okay? Do not take the chance of not making amends. All right? So don't do that.
Time is short, life is short. Yeah, it's really, don't leave things unsaid and unfinished business, right? And besides Archangel Shamuel, even though we don't have him here on the stage, Archangel Raguel, he works very well with yes, and healing relationships. Raguel,
Even Raphael.
And Raphael is the healer. They work really well together. Shamuel, Archangel Shamuel, and Archangel Raphael, because they both rule the heart chakra.
And he started a bowling team. I made that up.
You're so funny, Tommy.
Anyway.
I gotta tell you. And then we have. Go ahead.
Well, let's do something first.
What?
Archangels, sometimes it's depicted as male, and it's depicted as female. We have a female version of Archangel Shamuel. right here in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They come to you, sometimes they'll come to you in male form, sometimes they'll come to you in recognizable male form or recognizable female form. That doesn't mean it's not the right angel. It is the right angel. It's just come to basically be there for you in your time of need as what you need. If you need feminine energy, that's what you'll get. If you need masculine energy, that's what you'll get. All right, that's what they come with.
They're not male or female. They're not feminine or masculine. They're the combination of both.
Yes.
And go ahead.
And now, with no further ado, tell them who he is.
Oh, Archangel Gabriel.
Gabriel's a rock
Okay,
star.
this is Gabriel here.
He's a-
Yeah, he is a rock star.
He's a rock star.
Well, he's the one. This Gabriel does not have the trumpet, but Gabriel is noted for the trumpet.
Not only that, Gabriel,
The messenger.
he's the messenger, but he holds a very, very unique position in the triad of God.
Mm-hmm.
On the right hand of the Father is Jesus. Okay? Guess who sits on the left? Gabriel. That's how his importance is in the thing of Christ and with the Father.
Well,
He's
look at
beloved.
him.
He's the beloved angel.
Look at
He's-
what
Look at all the
the
interaction
Lord
he's
had.
had with-
Yeah. Look at all the interaction that he has had with mankind. Talk
right.
about being the messenger.
That's right.
Okay, he's the one who came and told the Blessed Virgin that she was with child. He's the one that will come at the end
Well, he
times.
calmed the storm with Joseph
Yes,
because, that was a big deal to be unwed
yes,
and no father come forth. And then you have to deal with people who will stone you in a heartbeat if they think that you are impure for your husband. All right? And he settled that matter for him,
yes, he did.
And he also, when Jesus was struggling in the Garden of Gethsemane, all right, about what's going to happen to him, he went to him and he basically worked with him to work through that and to fulfill his destiny. All right, his destiny was to be sacrificed as a sacrificial lamb, all right, to wash away the sins of mankind. Okay, and he did that, and we are doing nothing but pooping all over that.
Do you know Gabriel is the one who was in communication with you throughout the period of time that you were being carried by your mom, okay, during the pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
And what ends up happening is when you're born, then Gabriel takes his finger and goes like this, and that's the indentation above your lip here, okay, in order to release any of the memories from before, from your previous lives and all the other universal energies and remembrances and all that. That's where that comes from Archangel Gabriel. And also Gabriel will be your protector in violent weather. We all call upon Archangel Michael for protection. He's known so well for that. Also ask Gabriel, especially in inclement weather. He really works very, very well. And this other note that I had here,
What's that?
remember this? Look at here, you read that one.
Receive message from the Spirit and secrets of the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
That's
we're gonna
Gabriel.
talk about that's Gabriel. Okay. The Holy Grail has been depicted over the many, many years, and since the time of Jesus, as being the cup of Jesus from the Last Supper. And it may very well be that. However, the Holy Grail has also been depicted as the bloodline of Christ. All right. People, like we've spoken about this, Mary
Yes.
and I, on other shows. And according to the history of that time, Joseph of Arimathea, all right, was Mary Magdalene's uncle. Mary Magdalene was not a prostitute. She wasn't born into that. Okay, what she did is on her many trips for her uncle would be caravans going to India and things like that, where she was educated in India. And guess who was educated there too at the same time? Yeshua. Okay? And it wasn't until later when they met again back in, I don't want to say Jerusalem, but in Judea, when they met again, that they rekindled their relationship and their friendship, and things went on from there. That wedding that's always depicted in the Bible as being when Jesus turned the water to wine, that was his own wedding. And that was thrown by Joseph of Arimathea, who was very wealthy. Now, along those many trips, she would look out the little curtains of the thing she was being carried, because she was royalty. And she was looking out, and she would see ready women with their nails all, working hard in the field, and just breaking their backs and not having, the kind of luxury she had. So she wanted to do something for them, and then she had her uncle build her a house with many, many rooms. The many, many rooms the uncle thought was going to be for her husband and the children they were going to have. What she started to do was round up these women, that had sordid past, and she put them in there. That's why she was depicted as a harlot. Okay? And they were going to stone her. All right, for that. And Jesus said to them, those who amongst you that are without sin, all right, cast the first stone. And they were all convicted, you might say, of their own humility. They had none. They were ready to kill for the sake of killing, because they thought the law was violated. All right. So Mary Magdalene is a lot of times referred to as Princess Mary Magdalene. All right. So there you have an untold story that should be there and is not. All right.
And the lesson really, too, of that is that we should not judge others. It isn't our job to judge others.
Listen, to judge others is to negate yourself, because you will be judged.
Yeah. And no one has a right to judge you, and you don't have a right to judge anyone else. That's God's job.
That's right.
That's not.
Your job is to love despite anything that you don't agree with, despite any type of debaucherous behavior that you see. The people in it, they don't even know what they're doing. All right, and they just do for the sake of chaos. And that's what this world has become, chaotic.
Another nice little tip in reference to Archangel Gabriel is that if you have a question about something in your life and you're trying to figure out what to do, just sit down with, maybe you get a nice little white flower, a real flower, and put it in a little vase of water, and maybe, and dedicate it to Archangel Gabriel, and also maybe a clear quartz crystal or some pearls. Gabriel loves them. And sit down and just say a prayer to Gabriel. And especially, it's going to sound a little crazy, but the angels love green ink. When you write in green ink, and just sit down and ask the question, and just allow yourself to do an automatic writing that Archangel Gabriel is guiding you with the answers. So ask the question and just let it flow, because Gabriel is going to inspire you, impinge upon you the answer and the guidance that you need.
Word, impinge.
You like that word when
yes,
I
I
use
do.
it. That's my
listen,
sister Judy's word.
Well, yes.
Yes, it is.
And every time you say it, I know
Judy.
that. I just heard her boy Elroy. Oh, man, I don't know what that's about. Anyway, what were we just talking about?
Go ahead.
We just
Gabriel
it's automatic writing to people who follow psychic stuff and things. Anybody can do that. All you have to do is get quiet, close your eyes, breathe, call in the energy of the archangel that you want to hear from. Okay, call in his energy, call that person, invite them to come into your energy field.
That's right.
All right, and then just put the hand out and let your mind, through that meditative breathing, become calm and still. When it does, whatever comes to your mind, just write it.
Yeah.
You may not think it pertains to anything, but you do that often enough and you start to see.
It's amazing.
it starts to fill into places, and then all of a sudden the things you're reading there are things that have happened and will happen in your life.
You know,
Right?
and
It's
also,
the guidance of the angel.
and then also, if you have a question or a problem in your life and you can't find the answer, many times you just go and pick up a Bible and open it to the first part.
Yeah.
Whatever opens. No, I'm serious. Do you ever
Well,
do that?
By the
And
way,
see?
I do that with the book I have, the other book. From the
Yeah,
other-
exactly.
I
Well,
do
you could
it
do that
the-
with any book.
Well, yes, but what I do is I just hold you can even do it with the Bible. Hold the Bible, right? And just say, God, give me the passage I need to know. Thumb through it till you just stop. And then read that chapter. It's going to pertain to what you're talking about.
I wonder if anybody
Because
has
the book is alive. The book is living. The book has been interpreted 1,700 times over the millennia.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people use and twist the words and this, that, the other.
No,
You know,
that isn't what I was.
one of the words that were twisted was in the word. First it was the word, and then it became flesh and dwelt amongst us. The word that's in that language that's in the Greek is wrong. It's been misinterpreted. Dwells within you. We are all representatives of Christ, of the Christ energy.
Does anyone
Right.
have a question about an angel? Has anyone ever seen an angel? No.
Has everybody ever watched the California Angels play baseball? Jesus, come on, somebody get up.
Okay. Have you ever talked to your guardian angel? Huh?
What happened, Nick?
No? Christine, you have.
I like Christine.
You believe in the angels so strongly.
I do.
Tell them who you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Christine Chavone. I produce and host the show Spiritual Exploration, which comes on an hour after this show.
That's right.
Right? You're on at 9 o'clock on Friday night, and I'm on at 10 with Spiritual Exploration. And angels, I mean, they're like my favorite people.
Cute.
I love angels. I talk to them all the time. I don't think a day doesn't go by where I don't call on them for something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always sending them out to help situations that happen.
Beautiful.
There are fires in California. Angels, go and put those fires out.
That's great.
You know, I say, and because you can call upon minions of angels to go and take care of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Situations come up in our lives every day on this earth, and when we are aware of what's happening, we can call the angels to go and remedy the situation, especially if it's a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we can call on them to make things better, to bless people, to help out with wherever help is needed. But we have to ask them to do it, and I'm constantly. If I hear there's floods over here, angels, go and stop that. There's a hurricane coming. Angels, bring that hurricane out to sea where there's nobody that can get hurt by it. You have to, you have to ask them when you see a situation and you want to see that situation get remedied and get taken care of.
Well,
you call the angels.
The angels, they're so plentiful. They're more plentiful than the sand, grains of sand at the beach.
There's
or stars
probably
in the
more
sky.
angels than there
There's
are
more
people
angels
here.
there's more angels than there are anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
Anything.
got? How many minutes are you saying? I
Two.
can't see that.
Two.
Two.
Three.
Three.
2.5
We got
minutes.
three. 2.5.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks, Chris.
Christine.
Anyway, okay,
Thank
I
you.
hope everybody got something out of that they know now that they can call on the angels anytime, any place, and any amount of them that you need.
That's right. You can call on them and you can tell them, I want to send 10 million angels to help put out or remedy a situation anywhere in the world. Send them to Washington. Send them anywhere to root out that which is working against what God would want for you and for this country. This country was founded on the Judeo-Christian ethic.
That's right.
And it has done nothing but fall away ever since.
Yes.
Okay, and we are doomed if we do not do that and bring it back.
So we need to call on the angels to make sure
That's right.
that everything that we need to go in this country will happen for the
We're going
good
the right
of
direction.
everyone.
Anyway, we got to wrap
We're
this up.
moving in the
We
right
do have to
direction.
wrap this up. Brian, what do we got, a minute? We got 1 minute, we got to wrap it up. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, all right? Now we have a studio audience once again. Thank God COVID is done, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time, and many, so what do you tell them? Blessings upon you all and upon all our friends out there in television land, that this year going forward will be the kind of year that we all would want to see,
It will.
okay?
It will.
All right, God bless.
It will.
Night, everyone.
Many blessings.
Music
Many
maestro.
blessings.